I have so much dislike for these people. The week kicked off with the interest rate announcement. I've been grumpy about it all week long, and I'm just going to wrap it up today. I'm going to show you why gas prices are about to jump. I'm going to show you what TIFF had to say, and I'm going to remind you that they really don't give a shit. Yeah, so this happened. Whenever you get these big movements in oil and gasoline, you have to go to the news and find out what's going on. It was this. U.S. sanctions hit Iranian oil smuggling network in Asia. What does this mean? I've mentioned that Russia and Iran have a shadow fleet of ships that move oil to customers willing to, skirt the rules. This may make it more difficult to skirt the rules, which means that these customers can't buy black market oil anymore, increasing the demand for regular oil. Will this do anything? We shall see. All right, TIFF has claimed victory while he destroys our economy. You can't make this shit up. Macklem was almost safe to declare victory last year. He had just about secured a coveted soft landing for Canada's economy. But as they say, it ain't over till it's over. We got inflation down. We didn't cause a recession. And we all know why that happened. And to be frank, until President Donald Trump started threatening the economy with new tariffs, we were actually seeing growth pick up. Growth in unemployment, that is. I just want to point this out, okay? Unemployment, 7%. Unemployment before the pandemic, 5.6%. We crossed that threshold January of 2024. Unemployment among the 20 largest census metropolitan areas. Halifax is 5.6, which was the national number before pandemic. And then everything else is more than that. Look at some of these numbers. Windsor, 10.8. Oshawa, 9.1. Toronto, 8.8. Calgary and Edmonton are up there, too. Here in London, 6.9. That's going to go up. Layoffs have already been announced. Just a reminder. The high prices you pay and the increasing prices, they have nothing to do with the interest rate. Prices are going to go up because costs go up. Or prices are going to go up because you're willing to pay more for that product. New York Federal Reserve finds a significant share of companies saying they raised prices on goods not affected by tariffs. What a surprise! I thought for sure it was all done through the interest rate. By the way, one more time, I'm going to remind everybody that mortgage interest cost, which is directly affected by the Bank of Canada rate, is the number one cause of inflation. It's also the number one cause of core inflation because that's in there as well. CPI trim, it's in there. CPI median, it's in there. I've been saying it for years. Higher interest rates from the Bank of Canada causes inflation. Everybody laughed at me. But for over 2 years, that has been the number one cause of inflation. And guess what else it does? It makes rent go up. Don't forget, there's a whole bunch of stuff in deflation too. Those are all negative numbers. Clothing's also in deflation. How little do they actually care? They don't give a flying fuck. I'd like to remind people that Tiff Macklem, before he became governor of the Bank of Canada, was the deputy governor of the Bank of Canada when Stephen Poloz was the governor. He was there when we cut the rates in 2020 because the price of oil crashed. Right there. He was also there in 2015 when we cut the rates because the price of oil crashed. See? Note the date. What did these cuts do to the housing market? Well, there's indexed property prices when they started cutting the rate in 2015. They kept the rates low as the home prices went up. That flat line right there, that's when they started increasing rates again. Right there. Imagine if they put home prices in the inflation metric. They would have increased rates right away. They would have seen the inflation right away. And they would have fixed the problem. The high home prices we have right now, definitely wouldn't have got out of control. Costs would have still gone up, but we could have kept things in check. And then, of course, there was that whole pandemic thing. Did they raise the interest rate because of home prices? No, they raised the interest rate because Russia invaded Ukraine and made oil prices go up. Yeah, we'd still have increased costs, but this progress, a little more gradual. And here they are, almost claiming victory. Does it feel like victory to you? Doesn't feel like victory to me. I'm thinking there's a whole bunch of people lacking that feeling of victory.